Welcome everyone to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Udoh, and every week I share content that can help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. So in today's video, we're going to discuss how you can create a budget and stick to your budget and also help you pay down debt. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a tax professional. I'm just a regular guy on YouTube sharing some knowledge with my fellow subscribers on how to improve your personal finance and also, grow your wealth. So now that we have that out of the way, so let's jump right in. Now, if you're new to budgeting, okay, budgeting is the cornerstone or the foundation for any financial endeavor. So you got to make sure that you have a budget. Now, for most people, they have issues or they don't know how to stick to a budget, or they've never created a budget before, because budgeting is not something that you're taught at home or you're taught in school, unless you took maybe some form of accounting class or bookkeeping class or whatever. And even with those courses, you really don't dive deep into budgeting. So budgeting shouldn't be something complex. It should be something easy for anyone to follow. Now, if you have trouble creating a budget, this is a really brief overview of what you need to do to be able to create a budget. I will also leave a link, I think up here or here, on a budgeting technique that you can use in order to create your first budget. And there are lots of resources on YouTube, online, where you can find information on how to create your first budget. But these are the steps that I took in order to create my budget. Now, like I said, there are different forms of budgeting. What I use is the zero budgeting, which means that at the end of my budget, okay, every dollar is accounted for and I always have a zero balance. Okay, so that's how I create my budget. So I always use a zero balance budget. Now, for you to be able to create a budget, you need to have a grasp on all your income. So it starts with your income. So you want to make sure that if you have a financial institution that you bank with, most people do online banking today, and most people get their statements by e-statement. So most people don't get a statement mailed to them anymore. If you fall into that category, all you have to do is just log into your financial institution's mobile app, and then you can pull up your transactions for the prior month. So we're trying to keep things simple here. So you want to look back at the previous month. So as of the filming of this video, this is January 27th of 2022. So what you do is, to keep things simple, you can go back to December of 2021 and pull up all your transactions, okay, and all your income from December. Now, in December, I'm sure most of us, probably had a one-off expense, such as, we bought gifts for family because of Christmas. So that's kind of like a one-off situation. But ideally, you should go back to your previous month if you haven't been tracking things, and then that way you can pull up all your income. So if you got income from a job, from a side gig, whatever, all your sources of income, you pull that data together so you have one figure. Now that you've addressed your income section, now you will want to look at the expenses. Okay, we don't really care about the categories right now. We just want to see how much did you spend overall the previous month. So in terms of your rent, your mortgage, if you had a car payment, you had utilities, like your cell phone bill, your water, your sewer, electricity, transportation like gas or fuel for your car, any fund money you had. So this is how you break things down. Okay, I will leave a link down below on a spreadsheet that you can use that I created. It's a very simple spreadsheet. So if you use Google, so it will be on Google Docs, so that way you can download it. It's free. I'm not charging you anything. It's just to help my subscribers. So it's a very basic budget that I created, spreadsheet, where you can tweak it to whatever you want, but it's something that helped me get the ball rolling. So once you figure out what your expenses are, so you subtract your expenses from your income, the total of your income that you had before, and what's left is your cash flow, okay, which determines how much do you have to work with, how much do you have, for to spend on things, or for investing, or for paying down debt and all that. So don't forget, as part of your budget, okay, you will allocate some resources towards paying down debt or towards savings. Now, what I've seen is some people use the 50 30 20 budgeting formula, whereby you spend 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and then 20% will go towards savings and investing. So whatever ratio you want to use, okay, stick with it. The key is having a plan, having structure. Okay, so once you've created your budget, like I said, and you figured out where you have a shortfall, so let's say you're spending too much money eating out, so you want to make sure that you address that. So maybe you have to cut back on eating out and maybe put more money towards paying off debt. Okay, move things around. Okay, your budget should be flexible, whereby you can move things around. All right. In another video, we're going to talk about the envelope system, which I also use, or I've used in the past, that also helped me get out of some very tricky situations. So there are different techniques out there to budget, but let's just stick to the basics right now. We'll keep it simple. You find out what your income is, what your expense is, you subtract that, and then now we want to go into each category. How much are you spending on rent or mortgage, on your car payment, on credit card debt, on utilities, on groceries, on healthcare. We now have to break everything down and assign each category or each item a figure, okay, which will start off as our base. So you want to make sure that at the end of your budget you should have a zero balance, which means that your income minus your expenses will be zero. That means every dollar or whatever currency you're using, because I have subscribers all over the world, okay, whatever your currency is, make sure that you have a zero balance, okay, if you choose to budget that way. So that means every income, okay, is allocated to every expense, okay. And like I said, your savings and your investment goals should be part of your budget, okay. You should account for it. You should also account for fun money, okay. What's the point working hard and saving all this money and not having fun? So you need to make sure that you assign a category for fun, okay. Maybe you want to travel, maybe you want to experience things, maybe you want to go to the theater, maybe you want to go out to bars with your friends on the weekends. You want to make sure that you account for those expenses, okay. So now that you've done that, so like I said, whatever you ended up with in terms of whether you had a positive number after you subtracted your expenses from your income, now you can now use the surplus and apply that towards your debt, and that's how you're able to pay off your debt faster, because you're now using the surplus funds that you have and applying it towards your debt. Now, if you subtracted your expenses from your income and you end up with a negative number, that means there's work to do, which means you have to either pick up a part-time job, you want to pick up a side gig, or drive for Uber or Lyft or DoorDash, whatever you have to do to bring in that extra income to close that gap, okay. That's what you do, okay, because now is the time for you to buckle down and get the job done. All right, so I hope you found some value in this, and like I said, I'll have resources down below. Make sure you check for that spreadsheet I have on a very basic budget that you can use for yourself. I mean, I just created it on Excel, and it's very easy to follow down. I mean, you can adjust things as much as you want, okay. So I hope you found value in this video, and as usual, if you like my content, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button so that YouTube can share this video with other like-minded people, and also remember to hit the subscribe button. And I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you all. This is 2022, I'm rooting for all of you. Make sure you stay focused on your goal, and as usual, you know, be true to yourself, be true to your goals, and never ever give up, and don't let anyone steal your dreams. Okay, I'll catch you in my next video coming up shortly. And if you have any comments, please make sure you leave your comments down below. Okay, and I'll catch you in my next video coming up. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.